She's expecting that the USA team will come to Barbados and give a good account of yourselves. Are you looking forward to the challenge?
Of course, we played against West Indies and Zimbabwe, I think it was last year, in the 50 over ICC qualifiers for World Cup. And we came close. We lost by about 15 runs. I think it was 15 to 17 runs. And we gave them a fight at the end of the day. And we know that we have a chance of beating them once we play good cricket on the day.
Just wondering, Stephen, well, for starters, you came into the Super 8s. Probably people thought you were lucky to get into the Super 8s and you were there to make up the numbers at Pakistan's expense. Do you think what you've shown so far has proven that that's not the case?
Of course, I would say we're playing good cricket and the team is gelling well together. And at the end of the day, we know that we're going to be the underdogs for all teams that we played against in the Super 8s. So we're just here to play good cricket, and if we go win, we win. If we lose, we lose.
Obviously, with your own parents' heritage, Jamaica, all of that, now coming back and playing against West Indies in Barbados, what does that mean to you personally?
Well, it was a good challenge, as much as I used to sing the song Rally, all that, growing up as a kid. But at the end of the day, I'm representing my real country where I was born and grown, and I just hope that we can come over the line against West Indies.
So when you're out there in the team lineup, are you going to sing both?
I did last time, but in my head. Yeah.
What advantage has that been given? Because you played all the games in the US on pitches that were completely different, conditions that were very different to what's here in the Caribbean and the various islands. So how much of a role have you and Aaron in particular played in trying to help the other guys work out, particularly like how to bowl to destructive batters?
Yeah, I said the bowling part would be the most hard part because we've been coming from pick wickets that was helping more conducive for the bowlers and things like that. So at the end of the day, we just have to work on our game, the bowlers as more, because I think the batters are loving the conditions here in the West Indies because normally is good wickets to bat on, but at the end of the day is good wickets, so bowlers have to come up trump. So whoever bowls the best mostly will win the game.
Looking forward to taking on in that West Indies side. Have you got any Oh, that didn't take long. Why Akil?
Good friend of mine. We played tridents together in CPL for 2 years, so I know most of his tricks. So for sure, I'll be hunting him first ball.
Just on that, the belief that, and you've been around this team for quite a while. Has there been a USA dressing room with more belief than this one? I mean, just the way you even chased down or nearly chased down today's target.
Yeah, I've been in dressing rooms with more belief. Maybe it's a little bit more talent, but we just never had the preparation. But now that we have the preparation and more fundings coming in, the team is more gelling together and just heading the right direction as a team itself.
And there's always talk of when it's an associate team, at whatever level, this talk of don't get overawed by who you're playing against. But have you, just looking around, like you said, you played with a lot of them in the past, but just looking around the dressing room, do you see nobody's overawed? Everybody is just believing themselves, backing themselves?
Yeah, I agree, because most of us, well, not most of us, most of the guys in the team came from a Pakistani or Indian dressing room, and they played with one of the big ones already. So playing against these guys to us right now is just another game to us.
And just to go back to what it means to you to play the West Indies in a World Cup game in the Caribbean, and while I'm sure you'll be singing it again in your head, so can you just elaborate a little more on that?
It's what you say, a wonderful feeling. Representing my parents, my Jamaican heritage. At the end of the day, I might be born American, but I speak more Jamaican than I speak American sometimes. So it's a great feeling playing against West Indies, growing up watching Lara, Chris Gales, all the big fans. And to have the chance of playing against them now in a World Cup stage, on the highest stage of life, and might beat them, might be a great feeling. It's a great feeling.
And just finally, speaking of your Jamaican, there are a few big-name Jamaicans in that West Indian team. Someone like an Andre Russell. Was he someone? I mean, you kind of.
I play with him mostly. So
yeah, I know.
I want to say look up to him, but he's more of a big brother to me as well. Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, just sort of picking up on Bharat's question there, but USA and the national team have bounced around the World Cricket Leagues for a long time. Division 3, Division 2, and in terms of the journey now that you are here at a World Cup, I know there's more to do, but when, say in 5 years' time, when you look back on this and the rest of the journey, how do you kind of sum it up? How special is it to come and reach this moment after, you know, all those years of relative obscurity?
It's actually a great feeling, because actually being a co-host of the World Cup itself, playing games in our hometown, people actually chanting your name, Taylor, or Jesse, or Aaron, like people who's actually born in the USA. And to play cricket in your hometown with that same thing as a World Cup is the biggest stage of life. So it would never get better than that. Yeah. Thanks so much. Thank you.